Congratulations on doing such a phenomenal job last week. Wow, you guys really have jumped into this site-specific art class and conquered a lot of things in that first module, thinking about materials and location, cost, time. Those are things that you'll continue to work with week to week, and you'll see what a huge play that has in what you do. Whether you're working indoors or outdoors, whether your location is your first choice or your second choice, how your idea will change based on the location or vice versa, the cost of materials, and some materials working better than others. For example, Janine was working with duct tape and she quickly switched over to athletic tape because that worked better for her. Some of you felt like, gosh, you were working with thread and I should have done that instead of tape, and I think there was some of that back and forth going on, but spending a little bit of time experimenting with different materials to see what kind of mark and what kind of movement happens with your hands in particular. I have you on the screen here because I want you to see that now in Module 2, which is what we just finished last week, I have added a line project gallery, and then you can click on that, and that is where those photographs, when I asked you to submit just one photo, that is where I put together this gallery of your images. And so you can see everyone's projects side by side and see how everyone conquered them, not mixed in with everyone's writings and thoughts. And I think that's an important part of this, is to see how an image stands on its own. So in the future, when you're choosing which photograph, think about the one that looks the best as the one to stand on its own. So for example, I would love if Dan's photograph was one where it really showed that this took place on an airplane, because I think that really feeds into the meaning of the piece, that kind of process and story behind it. So when you come to this gallery, you can click on previous or next, and then even click on each of these images and see them larger. I think, everyone is really blown away with what Emma was able to accomplish this week. And I'll speak directly about Emma's timeline and this idea of 3 hours being the minimum that I would expect of anyone, but inevitably in an art piece it becomes many, many, many more hours, and I hope all that time and dedication that you put into this, that you don't regret it now, Emma, and I'm kind of glad that you didn't know how much time it was going to take. And sometimes that investment is just worth it, even though you have sacrificed getting groceries or whatever obligations you had, that you just got so immersed in this project. It's really pretty incredible. Some of the things that I'd like for you to think about when you look at these pieces and when you think about what you're going to do in the future is, what makes something art? And that's not an easy question to answer, but it's something that I want you to think about over this period of time. I am posting my individual responses to people within their rubrics, but I think that I will also put them in the discussion board itself, so you can see my response to different people's projects and other considerations that I have for them. I hope you have a great week this week. You'll see that the assignment this week is very different than last week, and I think some people will really enjoy it and other people not so much. I don't know. So we will definitely be touching base throughout the week, and I do look forward to your digging into Solowitz's work. And this is our last week online, and then we will be moving on to earthwork, which will be really quite fun. I hope you have a great week, and please reach out if you have any questions.